To be honest, I thought we were all on the same page. I guess I was wrong.
I masturbate 5 times a day.
Damn, I want to be just like that guy. Watching adult content every day. Subscribing to OnlyFans. Make my own OnlyFans. Wait, what? No, NoFap. The movement that saves so many of our lives from no longer wasting time, corrupting our minds. Watching adult content and busting enough gallons of milk to supply Willy Wonka. Why do you think there were so many Oompa Loompas? And even though to some of us, NoFap seems like a golden ticket found in the Wonka bar, to others, NoFap sucks. And if you do NoFap, you're cringe. You're an incel. You deserve to die. And to that I say, we're gonna find out. They think adult content is good for you. They say it's fine to fap. Adults, teenagers, kids, all being exposed to adult content. They think that's fine. It's okay to ruin your mind. It's okay to waste your time. Never amount to what you want to be. Instead of focusing on good habits, doing the things to propel you in life, and being stuck in an addiction. And they think it's a good thing. They think it's normal. But I'm here to say that busting all those nuts might just be a bad thing. So let's see Ethan Klein's take on NoFap.
It's like when you look at porn and you just nut and you finish real fast. It is kind of like a high. Like you get this like, you know, if you're like in a bad mood or whatever. A lot of guys, I think, rely on like a quick jerk, a quick porn watch as like a treatment to a bad mood.
A lot of guys? Or...
A lot of guys.
So what he said is very, very true. It is a thing with a lot of addictions. You had a bad day, so you fat. Die in a video game, fat. Your girl cheated on you, fat. Your mom doesn't love you.
1 year. I don't even know why I was watching porn a year ago. 2 years. Now I have a girlfriend. Amazing job, and I've never been happier. Really. All from not masturbating. 10 years. My life has just been amazing ever since I stopped masturbating.
That's 10 years later.
I think this guy's dead serious, which is kind of
So
fun.
no, it's not superhuman powers. You're not going to levitate. You won't gain the power of the sun in the palm of your hand. But you do gain the power of coming back to your normal self, which a lot of guys aren't at. And to be honest, that's a lot of things. Whether it's for your phone, fapping, your brain and body is not operating at its capacity. So when you move something that's addictive as adult content and fapping, you're going to improve. You're going to see change in your life, not because it's a power, but because you're back to your original self. If you drink vodka every single day for a year, you're going to feel terrible. But as soon as you stop for like a week, you're going to feel so much better. And if you don't like that example, if you're physically lazy for so many years, when you start just walking every day, and I won't say gym because this guy thinks gym is for losers. 1 month of just walking consistently, you're going to feel phenomenal. You feel stronger, lighter, and more mobile. You feel unmatched.
But I've also read that masturbating daily for guys is healthy because it helps prevent prostate cancer. Because you're constantly, you know, pushing everything out of your tubes. Or if you let it...
There's also a study claiming that more masturbation can actually cause cancer. And let's be honest, this is just a code. Because if you really care about cancer, or prostate cancer for that matter, why not look at the more important factors like your lifestyle and diet? 2 things that Ethan and a lot of people have not maxed out on. There's many other things that are going to hurt you way more than NoFap, trust me. Still eating processed garbage, not supplementing, and not lifting, doing cardio, sports, or even just walking down the street every single day. And even if this was true, just go get a girlfriend. You'll have wet dreams, but you can get a girlfriend either way, and you can release it without watching adult content. So with all this information, if you plan to still bust nuts, that's just a cope.
You know? They're called fapstronauts.
Okay, they're not called fapstronauts. That's a stupid name. We're fap guardians.
48-hour window?
48 hour? That's pretty responsible. I'm like once a day, I guess. When I was young...
So okay, if you don't know, this guy actually has a wife. Why do you need adult content? Why do you need to fap? Maybe if you try quitting the adult content, try not fapping. You might have the drive to have intercourse with your wife. And maybe 3 times a week, having intercourse will be enough. So this video is by Hassan. I'm gonna see his opinion on it. It's his thoughts on NoFap. Basically, watching a Jordan Peterson clip.
That's because novelty enhances pleasure. That's the addictive element of it.
Precisely. And then the female who is interested in that guy and does come over to be with him physically, she often feels like this guy is more interested in something that happened in the pornographic things that he's been watching. She feels like an object because she is being treated like an object.
Yeah, dude. Objectification famously of women never existed before the invention of pornography. You guys know this, right? Like, there was no objectification of women prior to pornography.
So if you somehow don't know that he's being sarcastic, he's basically saying that objectification of women happened a long time before adult content. And this is very obvious. Of course, women are objectified way before adult content. But to think that adult content doesn't reinforce the idea that women are objects, that women are sexual objects, is just disingenuous. A big percentage of girls these days want to be OnlyFans models because they see the money and the fame. And the woman's value is being lowered by simply that. And the rise of OnlyFans just shows the objectification of women. Because these guys watching, subscribing, not subscribing for the camera angles, not for her beautiful, nice, wavy hair, or the way she decorated her room. No, they're literally objectifying her. And with repeated exposures to these things, continually watching these things, it's going to change your mindset. As you know, a lot of guys are watching adult content 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day. So I believe the ideas of objectification will manifest in your real life. And when you public speak, you picture everyone naked. That'll be some guy's reality when they walk down the street and see a normal girl.
No, I think that's fucking dumb. Leaving proper education, like leaving sex education to pornography is idiotic, dude. It's like substituting mathematics for like Hollywood. You have to learn math from fucking watching the Transformers movies.
So we're living in a world where kids are getting introduced to adult content at 13, 14, sometimes even younger, which exposed to a plethora of naked women at such a young age in different poses, positions, being objectified. At that age, whose fault is it? The parents? There's only so much someone can say to you, but there's a lot adult content will show to you. If I'm fapping every day, it's going to change my mindset. So all in all, removing adult content or decreasing it will cause less objectification of women, due to the fact that adult content is literally objectification. That's it. If we normalize something, for example, violence, we become desensitized. Additionally, in adult content, objectifying women will normalize it and make objectification a prominent thing in the world. That's just obvious. And I'll do one more. This is Ethan online. This guy I just found. He seems okay. But we'll watch the video, we'll watch his take on NoFap, and then we'll see what's going on.
Watching 2 other random ass people have fucking sex on the internet. If you want to be a winner in life, you gotta do things that winners are doing. I'll tell you they're not being to a fucking screen, I'll tell you that for sure.
I like to imagine this is some sort of Interstellar style message to his past self, because oh my god, he is so upset. Stop watching porn. Please, you're ruining your life. Is someone who's happy with themselves doing this? Yes. In fact, I'm probably way more happy than someone who literally thinks doing something that they enjoy is poisonous for you. It must be a pretty miserable way to live.
Okay, I enjoy alcohol, so it's good for you. I play video games all day, so that's good for me. Drugs, have a field day. But the things that I hate doing, gym, school, eating healthy, that stuff is poison. Spending time with your family, hell no, get that stuff away from me.
There are prominent psychologists and sex researchers who argue that porn addiction isn't even a real thing. So comparing porn addiction to something like actual hard drugs is fucking insane. If you heavily drink every single day for 20 years and then one day you just stop out of nowhere, you will die. And the same goes for most drugs. You can stop porn anytime you want. Just because it's difficult doesn't mean you're addicted to it.
So NoFap's movement is to recognize porn as a real addiction. But then you argue it's not real addiction. That's the whole point of NoFap. That's the problem everyone's facing. It's not looked at as a mainstream addiction when so many people are going through it.
If you haven't tried 30 to 90 days, then you literally have no right to speak on this subject. The human being is not supposed to be meant to be busting all these nuts. We're just not. It's the main reason why there's so many beta males. You're not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be having a lot of testosterone as a male.
So a subsect of NoFap TikTok is semen retention TikTok. Guys that believe with all their hearts that you can retain semen, meaning just not masturbate, somehow you'll be like a more powerful, enlightened being. There's actually a great study debunking this. So no, masturbating does not fucking lower your energy.
So speaking from experience, NoFap is actually quite beneficial. You can quote so many studies, but how you feel is the main thing that we're talking about here. So many people quote these benefits. Boosted energy, that's the main benefit. So quoting these studies with misrepresented data, how is that going to help anybody? You can't quantify how someone's feeling. So if I don't fap for 2 weeks and I feel energy boost, then I feel an energy boost. If you don't fap, you're not wasting all this time and you're not wasting all your energy doing it. If anyone thinks that this doesn't work and hasn't tried it, just like the guy said in the video, why don't you try it? And feel the benefits for yourself, or feel nothing, and what do you lose? Oh wait, you can't, because you're addicted, and it is a real addiction. So these guys are entitled to their own beliefs, and I'm entitled to my own facts. And the fact is, you should not be busting all these nuts, and you certainly shouldn't see all these naked women, because your brain did not develop to do these things. Dopamine overload, the information overload, you can't take it. Every single day, every single morning, and every single night, you can't do it. And your mind, I promise you, your mind will suffer. Anyway, if you want to spin your life around like a damn Beyblade, no longer busting nuts and objectifying women, then feel free to subscribe. And I know it can be very, very hard, but please don't give in to your urges, because you will take L's. But don't take them L's in vain.
Evil girls, yeah, and they wanna rule my world. All these evil girls, they gon' rule the whole wide world.